Welcome to Day in the Life of Me. So a couple of people asked, what was my normal day looking like in terms of like health and fitness and all the bits and pieces I do. Was there any sort of magical formulas? My little dog's come up to join me. This is Corky. He doesn't normally come out here, but he's feeling lonely, so he wanted to jump up and have a cuddle, didn't you? You gonna say hello? Being a good boy? So I recorded on a Saturday. Just wanted to give people an idea of a general sort of non-work day for me, because obviously when I work, that's a different thing. You're not going to want to see me get up at 7 in the morning and disappear off to work. But my food is always the same, no matter what I'm doing. I just take it with me to work in Tupperware boxes.
Morning guys, 7 o'clock Saturday. I'm just filming everything I'm doing in a day, regards my food, training, supplements, all that kind of thing. So I thought I'd show you the first thing I do every day, and that is I start off with some walnuts, some Brazil nuts, just about 4 or 5 of each, and then my supplements. You can see them down there. So my dog usually comes out as I start taking my vitamins, and he insists on some food himself. He has to go outside, and then he comes in and he has a bit of food. You gonna say hello, Corky? You gonna say hello? Ah, you're a good boy. You being a good boy? I want more food. Oh, wants more food. There we go. He's a good boy. So after I give the dog some attention, it's on to the overnight oats, and I mix that up. There's 2 scoops of oats, a handful of raisins in there, flax seed, about a couple of dessert spoons, half a teaspoon of green tea, matcha green tea powder, and then about half a teaspoon of cinnamon powder. Make sure you get the Ceylon cinnamon, not the cassia, because that's got less toxicity to it. And then I add a scoop of protein. At the moment I'm on this reflex. In oats I think I'm going with salted caramel flavour at the moment. And then I'm trying out this, which is marine collagen. I have no idea if this is going to work, but it's supposed to help your skin, look a bit better. I've got a few sort of stretch marks and wrinkly bits and stuff from where I was really overweight and lost some weight. So I'm going to see if that sort of tightens the skin up any, makes my face look more handsome. I don't think it's going to do that, but we'll see. If it's any good, I'll let you guys know. If it's not any good, I'll let you guys know in a few weeks that I've tried it and nothing really happened. So we'll get an honest review on that one. So this pretty much sets me up for, going weightlifting and stuff like that. It's a good carb meal. It's one of the only times I eat a real heavy carb meal. This is carbs and protein. I'm trying to keep the fat minimal. Oh, and I should have mentioned earlier, when I had the nuts, I also had 6 dates. So you got some carbs in there as well. So I'm trying to get a good mixture of kind of fast and slow acting carbs, because I'm probably going to go to the gym in about an hour and a half, and I'm going to do some decent lifting and try and lift heavy, and it's important to get the calories in before that.
Then about half an hour after that, I made a coffee, a decent cup of coffee. I have 1 coffee a day now. I did make a video about drinking no caffeine at all, and I did that for a few weeks, and I just felt like I needed at least a coffee when I trained. Hi guys, starting to feel a bit more normal now. I just had a coffee. I did give up caffeine for a while, and I just found I trained a bit better with 1 coffee in me. So I do that in the morning, have a coffee. I make like a fresh brewed coffee, decent quality one with the beans and all that. And then I'm heading off down the gym, so it's about 8:30 on a Saturday, and I made a shake, a post-workout shake. So in there, I've got some creatine, again, reflex. That I'm not a reflex fanboy. I'm not saying, you should buy all reflex stuff. When I buy supplements, I look at what's on offer and the quality of the ingredients. So if I'm buying whey protein, I want the ingredient to be whey protein. I don't want a load of soy protein and stuff like that in there. So whatever's, on offer on Amazon normally, I'll buy that. Just so happened that this Reflex stuff was on offer. The creatine I've had before, it's pretty good. They are a quality company, but I've also used stuff from Protein Works and a couple of other companies as well. My Protein, I've used their stuff before. It's been great. So I just look out for decent quality ingredients, basically at a good price. That white powder in there is the rice flour that I add. I add rice flour as the carb part of the shake. Normally you'll see that stuff sold as cream of rice in bodybuilding shops, and they charge a fortune for it. It's normally flavoured. So I just buy the rice flour off Amazon. Again, I'll put a link down below. And it's a hell of a lot cheaper. It's unflavoured, so that means I can add it to like a whey protein shake, and I haven't got like two conflicting flavours going on, because if you've already got the flavour from the whey protein, you don't want to then add something else as well, and you've got, all these weird flavours mixed into one. That would be pretty gross. And it's like a tenth of the price. You can get a kilo of the stuff for a few quid. So, that's saving money, and it's giving me the ingredient that I want with no messing around. And just to demonstrate I'm not completely reflexed up, this one I've added into the shake for post-workout, and it's from Effective Whey. This is the chocolate whey. And one thing I do like about the Effective stuff, they've got the taste bang on. Like, their flavour system is really, really good, and I'm always enjoying their drinks. They're a little bit more expensive, so again, I look for them to be on an offer before I go and buy them, because they're actually, I think, a bit overpriced when they're at full price. But yeah, they're awesome shakes. They taste really nice. And flavour is an important aspect of whey protein, because when they taste really grim, you don't look forward to having them. You don't want to stick them in your breakfast cereal. And really, you need to be making those things taste nice enough that you actually enjoy eating them, because we're going to be doing this every single day, every single month of all year. And the one thing that we can do for ourselves is to kind of make sure that we get the most enjoyment out of the diet that we can. It gets pretty lame if you're just eating this, healthy food all the time, and you're kind of minimizing the enjoyment value of it. So get it while you can. If a whey protein tastes really good to you, use that whey protein. Even if it costs a few more quid, it's probably worth it in the long run to keep you on the diet. So once I'd had a coffee, it was straight along to pick up my mate Liam, and then we'll cut into the gym sequence. You can have a look at that now. How you doing, man? Just picking Liam up, heading off to the gym.
Good day, mates. Well, introduction on start this and all.
A couple of people wanted like a what you do in a day type of thing, time scales, eating, gym, all that kind of shit.
What, me?
Well, anyone.
Oh, I was going to say, right.
Anyone who looks in good shape, of like how to get in good shape based on diary of day. So I think people like see eating plans and stuff like that, and they don't realise when it's getting done, if it's realistic, if people are just chucking up diets on the internet and then they're not really sticking to it or whatever, or that there's some sort of magic stuff what people who look in good shape do, but actually they're not publicising it, all that kind of stuff. But I'm just trying to stick everything down from like breakfast right through to the end of the day, and then people are like, oh, that's actually pretty simple.
You're going to touch on one thing now. The amount of people who say they eat super noodles before training. And people ask me, oh, what did you have for dinner? And like, you say you have like chicken, rice and all that. They would just say, I had super noodles before training. And I'm thinking, you've got to think about the benefits of what's actually in your food and what's the nutrition you're getting. I think it's just, you can't help some people. You can't help some people. Just let them do what they have to do.
Are those people that train in prison? Because I reckon they might have super noodles.
Well,
because they have no choice. That's what they've got in the canteen or nothing.
I've seen prisoners and they know how to train.
Yeah. The training's on point. I don't know if their diet's that good unless they work in the kitchen.
Yeah. Sure.
Right.
In my dreams we always fight, 'cause we never worked it out. It just kind of slipped through our hands. And I never really said that you hurt me, no, instead I just try to understand. exhausting, so I lost it, had to make it stop. Didn't really feel like giving you the chance to make it up. You asked me what's the problem, to be honest, it was you. That's the truth. It really was such a bad plan, 'cause I really think you wanted me to stay. Everything you did, it finally pushed me away. Told everyone my secrets, though I begged for you to keep it to yourself. Thought that you could buy my love, but I don't want that at all. You know I don't care about that. It was so exhausting, so I lost it, had to make it stop. Didn't really feel like giving you the chance to make it up. You asked me what's the problem, to be honest, it was you. That's the truth. It really was such a bad plan, 'cause I really think you wanted me to stay. Everything you did, it finally pushed me away. Looking back, what a messed up time it was. Figured out how to leave, and I'm glad, because now I know how it goes. Looking back, what a messed up time it was. Figured out how to leave, and I'm glad, because now I know. It really was such a bad plan, 'cause I really think you wanted me to stay.
So that's it. Just finished training. Now on to the post-workout shake. So it's about 11 o'clock. I'll double check the time actually. Yeah, just gone 11. So I ate this morning about 7. Done my training. By the time I get back home, I'll have had this. And then when I get back, I'm going to have something else to eat, which I'll make another video on. I'll make an update then. So you guys can see we're doing. And it's a bit windy, so I'm going to jump off. Finished the gym. Had a really good session. Heavy session as usual. There's loads and loads of workout videos. I think it's in the playlist called Workout, so you can check that out on here. And there's loads of inspiration on there if you guys are just getting into it or you want some basic routines to go through. And those routines will be good for months and months, guys. I've been doing the same routine for like a year, and it's just all about slowly adding weight, adding repetitions where you can. And in each of those videos, I basically go through kind of what your repetitions need to be, how you're going to add the weight, etc. So take a look at those. But once I've finished, it's really important to get some carbs into you very quickly. It's also important to get a bit of protein in there, and I normally do creatine as well, just because that is a proven to work supplement. Post-workout shake with a bit of cream of rice and some protein powder. I'll chuck some links down below for the protein powders. I'll talk a bit about them on the video, I think, when I'm making the shake. And then I head off home. Once I get home, it's about half an hour after I've arrived back. That shake's going to be in and out your body real quick. So I start making like an omelette with some carbs in there. We're cut to that now. You can have a look at that. So finished gym, had the post-workout shake. Now I'm on to another meal. So this is basically an omelette made with also 50 gram of powdered oats, and then some of my spicy marinade, which has got like a load of dried herbs and spices in it. It's got smoked paprika, garlic, basil, oregano, some chipotle chilies to give it a bit of a smoky flavour, bit of turmeric, and a bit of cumin. And I just blend that up with 3 eggs. And I also blend in the 50 gram powdered oats and then just fry them in the pan. Make a omelette, as you can see. bear in mind, all the footage you're looking at me kind of going around about my day is filmed on a camera phone, so sorry about the quality. There's no decent lighting or decent lenses or anything like that. Once I've had my omelette, I basically start doing my editing, maybe come out here, do some filming. Normally on a Saturday, I try and film 2 or 3 videos, and then that means I've got, Saturday night, Sunday to do some editing, start getting some footage out there. I try and get stuff out, Saturday evening and Sunday, because that's when a lot of people are watching YouTube, obviously, and it gives me, as a small YouTube creator, a better chance of actually getting the stuff seen. So this is where I record my videos, and as you can see, it is certainly not a professional area. This is basically just my garage. Got my lathe tools sat behind there. I haven't done any woodworking for a while, since I used to live in a much bigger property. I've had to move into a small bungalow just because that property that I was in came up for, the owner basically wanted to sell, so we had to move out. And then this one came up and we had to get in something pretty quick. So that was about it. You can see I've got the camera sat there. I've got my little dog down here following me around. And that's actually what I sit on. I sit on that trestle there. So there is no posh gear. I'm in by no means a super posh YouTuber. I have got a decent camera, and I'm actually going to make a video going through some of that, the camera gear I use and the mics and stuff like that, and the lighting. That is worth an investment, and hopefully I'll be moving into a new place at some point in the next few months when the interest rates finally steady up and things go back to normal. Maybe the house prices drop a bit, but for now I'm stuck here with this. And, I can produce reasonable looking content from this kind of thing. After that, I basically go through the afternoon just editing, filming, and in that time, I'm going to eat 3 what I call protein fat meals. So those are meals which have a lean protein in them, generally some olive oil, some high quality olive oil, a bit of cider vinegar, and some salad leaves. And I normally have a couple of apples during that time as well, just to get a bit of fruit in there. Then come the evening, at some point, normally about 6 or 7, I was quite late when I filmed yesterday, I do cardio. So I jump on my exercise bike I've got in here, which attaches up to an app called Zwift. And then I normally either race people or I do a workout on there or something, and it's a really good competitive way of kind of getting yourself motivated to make a serious effort. If I didn't do that, I've done it on just a standard exercise bike before, and you just kind of do the average on there. It's difficult to get yourself really motivated to make a really hard concerted effort. It also sends all that stuff through to my Garmin Connect, so I can kind of track my progress, the VO2 max and all that kind of thing on there. Just finished the cardio session, so that's half an hour hit on the bike, and I'm absolutely drenched in sweat. So that's the kind of cardio I'm doing every night. I'm doing between half an hour and an hour, depending on if I do like a low tempo thing, I'll do like an hour. And then if I'm doing HIIT or something really high tempo, then I'll just down it to half an hour. So tonight I was doing 30-second bursts, about just under 400 watts. And then 1 minute, about 190, 200 watts. So both, pretty reasonable. One's a reasonable pace. The other one's a sprint. And that was taking my heart rate from about 120 up to about 150 and back down again. So the measure of your fitness there is really how quickly you can bring your heart rate up and down, or certainly how quickly you can get it down from being up. And that starts affecting your VO2 max in a positive way. And VO2 max is intrinsically linked to your health, your cardio health, and even studies in longevity finding out, what factors are most linked to how long people are going to be alive. And VO2 max pretty much comes out on top every time when it comes to measurable health factors within the human body. Once I've done that, I have myself a bit of a treat, and every night after my cardio, I get some Greek yogurt, mix that up with some whey protein, normally put some strawberry whey protein in there. Again, I'll chuck links down below. I'm not like a brand guy. I don't recommend certain brands of protein. I just recommend that you get a really high quality protein. There's quite a few of them out there, but I'll stick a couple down that I use that I regularly find on decent offers. I normally wait for them to come up on a special offer, and then I buy them and add them in. So I'll chuck some Amazon links down below, same with the creatine and stuff. And I mix that up with some grapes and some chopped up strawberries just because I like the taste. It's good to have some, decent antioxidants, get all the micronutrients from the fruit. And yeah, it just tastes good. It's a bit of a treat. It's a bit of a, after you've eaten really sort of strict all day and kind of held yourself to this diet, it's kind of nice last thing to have a bit of a sweet treat at the end of the day after your sweaty cardio. And that's about it. I normally have a cold shower, which is, I didn't film that. No one wants to see me shivering naked in a shower, I'm pretty sure. If you do, you've got some issues. But yeah, I have a cold shower just because I've read so much stuff about how good that's supposed to be for you. I don't know, if it does me good or if it just feels like it's doing me good because it's really unpleasant. But yeah, I do that after my workout. I must admit, it's actually a lot easier to do it once you've done your cardio because you're so hot, you're kind of actually enjoying the fact that you're jumping in a cold shower. So that's been pretty good. And then I'm just doing a bit more editing and I try and go to bed about 10. I never make that. I normally end up going to bed about 11, half 11, which is way too late. It means I don't get enough sleep. That shows up on my Garmin app and it says, hey, you're not getting enough sleep. Your sleep quality is only fair. It should be good or excellent. And that impacts on my training. I'm not stupid. I know that I should be doing things and I'm not. And just like most other humans, we kind of set ourselves goals and we don't always achieve them. Life gets in the way. And I've got an option there of either working a bit extra and doing some editing and getting footage out, or having a really good night's rest. And there's a trade-off to be had, Maybe once the channel grows a bit, I can sort of change my working week a little bit around and make some moves there. And eventually, it'd be nice to be doing this full time and be able to completely dedicate myself to making this in the week, and then I'd have plenty of time to really train properly and get the right amount of sleep in. But at the moment, it's a balancing act for sure. And I'm sure everyone in the UK is feeling the same. We're all feeling the pinch. We've all paid through the nose for gas, electricity, petrol, food, everything you can ever imagine. And it's not been a fun year or so. We've just come out of COVID before that. So it's been a rubbish few years really for people. We've gone from sort of lockdown, and many people being impoverished through that, and then into what seems like, a ridiculous inflationary period where no one can afford anything. And let's hope things change in the near future and we can all start saving again and living a little bit more and getting out and about and being able to afford to have a nice lifestyle again. Thanks for watching, guys. I hope you enjoy the content. I'm not sure it'll be super popular to see what I do in a day, but at least there will be people that want to get fit, that want to go down the gym, that want to, get a good physique in middle age. And this just demonstrates, I think, that I'm not doing anything super weird. I'm not, doing anything crazy that's not doable by any other human being on the planet. Anyone can do what I'm doing. It just comes down to whether you can be bothered to or not, whether you're going to motivate yourself. And I had pretty much hit rock bottom in terms of becoming, fat, feeling ill, feeling really low, feeling rubbish about myself. I had a bad self-image, I was lacking the sort of get up and go. I just wasn't feeling good at all. And I got to a point where I thought, hey, I'm going to change all this. I'm going to instill some self-discipline again, which I'd been sorely lacking for about 3 or 4 years. So you can do it. Discipline's the key. Positive mental thinking is the key. The rest will just come along with it. Take care, guys. Have a great Sunday evening, and I'll catch you up shortly.